Wow, we're live. We're live. I know a little late here. Had some technical issues going on earlier. But we're finally live. And we're watching AEW Dynamite here. And I just tuned in. And I'm seeing a tremendous match here. The crowd's going crazy. These two in the ring are going crazy right now. Adam Cole and Christian Cage are bringing the heat. I mean, look at these two. Look at Christian Cage flying. And big dive to Cole. Cole gets out of the way. I'm looking at the audience right here. They just panned and zoomed in on the lady in the audience, and the emotions, the raw emotions on her face, speak for the match itself. This match seems like it's been a tremendous match so far, and wow, look at this. I'm so glad to see everybody here. Hope you're all doing well, and sorry about being late again. I had some technical issues going on, because of which I just couldn't get on before, but here we are, and here I am, where we're watching the show together. Look at this one right here. Adam Cole is down, Christian Cage is down. This has been a hard-fought battle for sure, and Adam Cole with a big punch right into the face of Christian Cage. A slap, followed by another slap, a punch, followed by another punch, and now Christian Cage with 3 consecutive punches right into Adam Cole's face. Cole goes down into the middle rope, and Christian Cage climbs his back. Look at that. Vintage Christian Cage with a big slap to the face of Cole. Cole is dazed. Christian Cage goes to the top. Oh dear. A dive for the middle rope and a big super kick into Christian Cage's jaw right there. And Cole cannot believe it. Still kicked out. Christian Cage, wow, they have been bringing the heat here. I can't believe that I missed on a better part of this match. This match was incredible. So good to see everybody here. Too Sweet, Pistol Pete, we're live. Ricky, I'm sorry about that. I had some technical issues going on. But it's so good to see everybody. Chris, good to see you. Andy. Oh, Andy. Anthony, so good to see you. Andy says, hey, AJ, I was just wondering if you had this. Yes, that's right, Andy. Had some technical issues going on, but I'm here live, and I'm so happy to see you. Andy, I hope that the weather is better on your end now, and that the rain has subsided. Victor says, hey, yo, what's up, my brother? Sounds like your voice is better. That's right, Victor. The voice is almost back. And, I said this yesterday. I can't recall who suggested me to have lemon tea, but somebody, I think it was Jason, who suggested lemon tea, and I'll tell you what, the voice is a lot better, and lemon tea helped me a lot, so thank you for the suggestion. Really cool. And we can see here with a big super kick right into Christian Cage. This match so far has been unbelievable, and we're looking at a very good show tonight. We've got a lot going on. We've got the FTR also defending their tag team championships tonight. Wow. We've got Samoa Joe, who's going to be action against Max Caster tonight, the Owen Cup tournament, round 1, match 1. We've got the Owen Cup tournament. Of course, it's going to be continuing for the women's as well tonight. We're looking at a very good and a very solid AEW Dynamite tonight. And that's not it, because AEW Rampage this Friday is also supposed to be stacked. It's also supposed to be loaded. They've got some big things going on there as well. Christian Cage was looking for a kill switch, and Adam Cole very cleverly gets one of his foot out of the ropes and pokes into the eye of Christian Cage. A knee to the back of the head. Going for the cover. This has to be over. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Adam Cole, dirty guy, gets it done by a dirty move. Look at that. Wow. Nothing like a poke to the eye. Adam Cole gets a job done just like that. And Christian Cage is done for. And Bobby Fish and KOR come out to further attack Christian Cage as they're ringside. And as expected, Jungle Boy comes out to the rescue of Christian Cage. Of course, Luchasaurus joins the party. Wow, look at this. Ringside, they're going crazy right now. Punch to the face of Bobby Fish. Luchasaurus going at it. This is insane. Wow. And I hope that Christian Cage is okay. Yeah, Christian Cage has been left alone, so that's good news. Alright. That is good news. Adam Cole is alone in the ring. Christian Cage is alone ringside. And Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus are right now going after Bobby Fish and KOR. Andy says, hey AJ, you had already read that one of the members of MSK no longer with NXT for possibly beating up. That's right. Yes. It's sad, right? And Hangman Adam Page comes out. Title on his shoulders. He's looking angry. Wow. Look at that. These are two very angry atoms in the ring. Alright, so Adam Cole is frustrated. Adam Page is frustrated. Look at that. I told you. I told you guys. They're looking to sell out their Rampage show this week, and this is exactly what they're doing. They're looking to overload their Rampage show this weekend. What's going to happen is that this Friday at Rampage, we're going to be seeing Adam Page versus Adam Cole. Wow. For the AEW World Championship match. It's going to be happening this Friday on Rampage in Texas this Friday. They're really looking to stack their shows with all the big matches, and it doesn't get any bigger than the AEW World Championship match between Adam Page and Adam Cole. It's going to be happening this Friday. They're going at it with this one. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. It's going to be a very good Rampage, a Rampage that we cannot miss on this Friday. And Andy says right there that one of the members of MSK no longer with NXT because of what happened. That's right. Jason also suggested something like that happening last night. And it's sad, right? Whatever happened is terrible. And Kimberly, I've had interactions with her in the past. I've had the pleasure of interviewing her myself. And she comes across as one of the nicest ladies out there. So, whatever it is, I hope that they can get down to the bottom of it and really find out what happened. And, whoever is innocent should stay innocent, and whoever is guilty should be punished. That is for sure. And Jason says, AJ, what happened to MSK? Why did Shawn Michaels fire them? So, Jason, if you take a look at Kimberly's Twitter account, you don't have to go any further. Take a look at Kimberly, the Impact Wrestling star. Take a look at her Twitter account, and you'll be able to understand exactly what happened. Kimberly has, along with some photos, has basically accused, one of the MSK members about domestic violence, about a lot of stuff that, he has done to her. And it's terrible stuff. And you don't have to go any further than Kimberly's Twitter account. You'll be able to get right into the bottom of it. And Run DMG says, it's Wednesday night. You know what that means. That's right, Run DMG. It means we're going to be seeing the debut of Samoa Joe in AEW. And this is something that I've been asking. That is Samoa Joe an AEW exclusive? Is he an ROH exclusive? It seems like he is both an AEW as well as an ROH superstar. And out comes Samoa Joe. Look at that. And the fans are going crazy. Everybody on their feet. Samoa Joe looking happy. Is it just me? I love Samoa Joe, but is it just me? Or has he really gained a few pounds? Because I can look at his neckline, his jawline, and it seems like he has gained a few pounds. I don't know if that's any muscle gain or any fat gain, but it seems like he has gained a few pounds here. But nevertheless, he's looking good. It seems like he also had a nice little tan before coming to the show. So that is sweet. Look at that. And Andy says Imperium is being moved to the main roster. Good for them. They deserve it. And I was surprised to see MSK actually getting a backstage segment and whatnot last night because of all the accusations that were just surfacing last night. But I guess they only did a backstage segment because they wanted to do something with the champions, but also didn't want to have them on camera. And Max Caster is coming out right now. Now this guy, Max Caster, has received a very high praise from John Cena, where John Cena has gone on to say that Max Caster is a better version of what John Cena used to be. So those are some big words from the big legend. Wow. Hey, Samoa Joe looks embarrassed. He's like, you know what? I'm not even mad. That's good. Even though they're dissing Samoa Joe, he knows that this is good stuff. And he's like, all right, you know what? That's fine. AJ, you hearing big news coming from NXT? Yes, Ricky. I did, yes. I did come to know about all of that. It's craziness. It is insanity. But I guess the only reason why they only had a backstage segment last night was because they needed to give the new NXT Tag Champions some airtime, some TV time, but also didn't want them to be on camera. I mean, on the show and in the match, in the ring. So I guess that's what they did. And Jamie's here as well. Jamie also, the person who actually, broke the news about Kimberly last night. So it's crazy. I mean, yeah, I hope that Kimberly's alright, because anybody going through something like that, a very toxic relationship, is traumatized. So I hope she's okay. And Victor says Texas death match, Hangman versus Gall. It only makes sense to have a Texas death match in Texas at Rampage on Friday. It's gonna be great. I cannot wait for it. Chris says, there you go, Texas death match. Renegade, good to see you. He says Samoa Joe is here. That's right. He is here and he's going at it right now. Max Caster is down. He's been pushed into the corner. Samoa Joe is having some fun. He's dancing around. He says, all right, Max, let's do the dance. Get up. With a big chop to the chest of Max Caster. Joe is just having fun here. Look at this big smile on his face. A big elbow right into Max Caster, followed by a kick. Caster's down. Samoa Joe is just going at it right now. And Victor says he's gained some pounds. It does look like it. But you know what? Even those pounds are not slowing him down, because Samoa Joe can go. And he's going at it right now. And look at that. He grabs Caster up by his hair, picks him up, and Max Caster tries to fight back. Samoa Joe with a big knee into the gut of Caster and slows down the momentum of Max Caster as we speak. And he says, I'm doing great. All right, just getting prepared for bed. Weather had hogged down today, but it'll be bad tomorrow. Wow. Andy, you take care. Stay home. Stay safe, brother. And Ricky says, Joe. Go Joe for the win, says Dale. This has to be Joe. Anybody here thinking that Joe will not win this? I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody thinks or knows that Joe is going to win. He's got to win. And speaking of win, we've got a very, very big match coming up, because the FTR are going to be putting both their ROH and AAA Tag Team Championships on the line later tonight. So that is going to be a very good match, a very big match. Tonight's Dynamite and this week's Rampage, we already know it's stacked. And Joe is having some fun here. Max Caster going with a big elbow right into Joe ringside and rolls him right into the ring. It's Max Caster and Joe back in the ring once again, going with the heavy strikes on Samoa Joe's head. Joe is dazed. Wow, I'm surprised. Joe is dazed right now, and a big chop to the chest of Samoa Joe. Wow. Joe didn't sell that chop at all, with a big elbow right into Caster, getting on top of the top turnbuckle. Yes, Joe's looking to end it. He's looking to end it. And he ends it right there. Going for the cover. This has to be it. 1, 2, and a 3. That was a very quick pin, and Max Caster is a solid opponent, but he right there jobbed out to Samoa Joe, and that's good. Welcome home, Samoa Joe, but question again remains the same. He's an AEW superstar, so ROH, what's going to happen in the future, ROH exclusive contracts, those things are still, up in the air. We don't know exactly. I don't know what's going to be happening, but Samoa Joe qualifies in the Owen Hart Tournament Champion Cup, and here we are, Jay Lethal. So the time that Samoa Joe actually made his debut on ROH, or returned to ROH, Tony Khan's company's debut, he came face to face across Jay Lethal. So here he is trying to cut a backstage promo on him.
We change our outlook in life. My outlook now is just to do whatever the hell and say whatever the hell it is that I want. And I wonder, would I have that same outlook, Joe, if you would have actually answered your damn phone? Because for 4 months, I tried to call my teacher. For 4 months, I tried to call my mentor for a little bit of advice, and you never answered your phone. And now I see you walking around here, so you clearly have a phone, but the problem is you only answer that phone for billionaires. That's the real problem.
There we go. They're taking a shot at, they're basically saying that Samoa Joe is sold out and he only answers billionaires' phones, billionaires such as Tony Khan, his dad, billionaires such as Vince McMahon, Triple H. So Jay Lethal is saying you don't answer any other person's phone anymore. You only go for the billionaires. You've got an ego and pride. That's what they're going for right now.
You know what? Next week, let's do it. Next week, Joe, we're going to get you a present so big.
I'm surprised that they're not pushing it to Rampage. They're pushing it to Wrassingh instead.
We appreciate you. So next week in New Orleans, your #1 student is going to give
Okay.
See you in New Orleans.
So New Orleans next week, Dynamite. I believe we're going to be seeing Jay Lethal versus Samoa Joe. It's going to be a good match for sure. And Samoa Joe, right, he is just smiling. He's all smiles. He's loving the energy, the excitement from the crowd. He's clapping around. Yeah, he's here, and he looks happy. Good for him. Samoa Joe next week. We're going to be seeing Jay Lethal versus Joe at Dynamite. Should be a good match. And Renegade says Sunday, May 8th, WWE WrestleMania Backlash is the next pay-per-view. That's right, Renegade. Looking forward to it. Should be good, I guess, but let's find out. Do we know any matches that are going to be happening on Dynamite yet? I don't believe so, but the one thing that's actually surprised me is the lack of Gable Steveson, because a lot of people in dirt sheets alike were predicting that Gable might be there at WrestleMania, or he might be showing up Raw after Mania. So the fact that he hasn't been in the ring yet, or hasn't done a lot of stuff in the ring, or hasn't basically made his debut as a full-time performer, it surprised me. Yes, we saw some glimpses here and there at WrestleMania, but not as a full-time performer still. So that has surprised me. I was expecting for him to have a match at WrestleMania Backlash. Not sure if we're going to be getting it, but let's see. Andy says FDR gotta keep their belts, but knowing old Bucks, they more than that. That's right. You never know. Maybe Kenny Omega's coming back. I mean, he's long overdue to come back, so we'll see. And Dale with a very good record of 2-0. Ricky says 2-0. Sweet stuff. Braun should win against Gacy. That's right, Renegade. I'm glad that you brought that up, because last night, the way NXT actually went off the air was Gacy, who has abducted Bron Breakker's dad, Rick Steiner, and that doesn't look nice. He had him in a what looked like a shark tank. And he was, he was bounded by the ropes and whatnot. So it seems like we could be getting a Bron Breakker versus Joe Gacy Shark Tank match with his dad, Rick Steiner, suspended in a shark tank above the ring. I guess that is what could be happening. Otherwise, they wouldn't put him in a shark tank. They would put him in anything else but a shark tank. But that looked like a shark tank. So I guess we could be getting that match in the future. We'll find out. And Breakker better win. He better win for the Steiners. He better win for his dad. And when he wins, his dad better give him the ring, the last name Steiner, because Breakker is good. But if and when he saves his dad should bless him with the last name of Steiner. I hope that happens. And True says, what have I missed? True, good to see you. You're late. No, don't worry. I was late too today because I had some technical issues going on. But we missed on a very, very good match between Adam Cole and Christian Cage. I'm not going to spoil it to you for you. I'm not going to tell you who won that match. I'm not going to tell you what happened after that match. But you better check it out, because that was a very good match. Actually, I'm going to tell you what happened. We're going to be seeing Adam Cole versus Adam Page at Rampage. This Friday, Rampage in Texas is going to be a Texas death match for the AEW World Championship. Adam Cole versus Page. It's happening Rampage. So, True, better not miss out on Rampage, brother. And Renegade says WWE WrestleMania Backlash will be Providence, Rhode Island. There you go, Rhode Island. Well, I've been to a show in Rhode Island before. I'll tell you what, one of the only stadiums or arenas I'm not a very big fan of. The whole, the ride to Rhode Island. I'm not a big fan of the whole place, and also just the whole arena. It's just, one of my least liked arenas. I love going to the MSG shows. I love going to the Barclays, but Rhode Island, not a very big fan of that one. So it's interesting that they chose that one for a pay-per-view. And Natty says, I was excited that Toxic Attraction reclaimed. I was happy too. Toxic Attraction once again has all the gold that they so very deserve. And right now, speaking of gold, William Regal, John Moxley, Bryan Danielson backstage.
Bryan Danielson is going to have to face that incredibly talented Trent Beretta. Yes. I feel sorry for the poor lad. But then, Wheeler Yuta has impressed me greatly, and he's impressed Bryan greatly. Now he's got to impress the man that's the hardest to impress of all of us. And young Wheeler's not going to know whether it's daylight, moonlight, or Fanny by the gaslight when he's finished with him.
The forecast for this Friday night on Rampage. The sound of bones cracking like thunder and raining blood.
Yeah, one thing is for sure, they are overselling this week's Rampage with the bigger shows being booked for the show. They're making this week's Rampage a must-see, which is very, very interesting. Oh. Emin, who's that? I was like, is that Eminem? But who is that guy? What is going on here? Is that Sean Spears? Look at that. This guy getting an entrance. Look at that. Sweet. Good for him. He got a very nice little entrance right there. Sweet. And let's see what else we have. Does anybody remember if Jay Lethal was ever a heel? Yeah, this guy, he's a face, he's a heel. He's a heel. It's funny with him. And he says that I was excited. Toxic Attraction reclaimed. Me too, brother. Me too. Renegade give it the perfect score. And Bobby, good to see you, brother. Welcome on board. Good to see you. Almighty Nick says, hello, how's it going, buddy? Almighty Nick, it's going well. We're having a great time here. I mean, look at tonight's AEW Dynamite show. It's been stacked. It's been so well. So it's been going great. Ricky says, got feeling Cody had a match at Backlash versus Seth again. Yes, WrestleMania Backlash, we do get to see a lot of the rewind matches from WrestleMania, so I guess a match against Seth Rollins will not be a bad idea, or will not, not happen. It has to happen. And we know one thing is for sure, that Cody Rhodes is gonna be a WWE Raw member, or a roster member of Raw, and he's gonna be a babyface, at least for a while from now. He's gonna be a babyface, and he's gonna be on Monday Night Raw. That is for sure. And Andy says, hey, AJ, what are the rumors and prediction for next year's Mania? Is Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes? Now, I know that they're pushing Cody Rhodes as the top guy. It doesn't get any bigger than Brock Lesnar, so it's good for him. But, for now, the way I see Cody Rhodes is that he's great. He's got a very good personality. He's got a lot of charisma. He's got an incredible backstory to be narrated. But a match against Brock Lesnar, Brock Lesnar is going to eat him alive. We both know that, right? So I don't know if I'll be able to buy into a match against Brock Lesnar just yet. But I hope the best for him. And if not Brock, I hope that they're able to find some other competitor for him. A match against AJ Styles, a match against a lot of the other WWE stars would be more believable for me than a match against Brock, because Cody versus Brock, I can only see it going down one way, and that's Brock eating him alive with those suplexes. By the way, Sean Spears is going at it right now. He's dominating a better part of this match early on. Good for him. Victor says, NFL player Roman Makic tried out for WWE over the weekend, and the company has offered him a contract and he's accepted it. That's nice. MFL player Roman Makic, I would definitely have to check it out. Victor, thanks for letting me know. There you go. And Andy, I've got to tell you, please message me on Instagram at Wrasslinews, because you are our Wrestling News Predictions champion, and you have also won merchandise from Wrasslinews, and I have to be sending it to your way. So can you please just message me on Instagram at Wrasslinews so I can get in touch with you and also get it all sorted regarding the shipments. Thank you. And the shirts are going to be available on Pro Wrestling Tees very, very soon. So for those of you who want it over the WrestleMania weekend are going to be receiving it shortly. And for those of you who did not, you're going to be receiving it in the future when you win the championship, when you win the Wrestling Prediction Championship in the future. If not, you can always go ahead and purchase it if you cannot wait. And Michael says, is MJF WWE bound? Well, he makes it look like he's WWE bound, right? He makes it look like he's not having a good time here. He's frustrated with the fact that he has to stay with AEW until 2024. He makes it look like that. But for me, I know a lot of people think that he's WWE bound and he's not happy here. For me, he's just a guy who keeps kayfabe alive. For me, wait a second, what is going on here? Backstage? Sean Spears was dominating the match, had the guy up on his shoulders. And backstage we can see the crew, the AEW staff members. Actually, they have been attacked, they have been assaulted, and they have been thrown all over the place. Does that mean that Wardlow is coming out and he cannot be stopped and he will not be stopped? Sean Spears is looking around nervously. He's looking around as seen a ghost. MJF on commentary cannot believe what's happening either. Wardlow is coming out. Look at that. So this is a match that I would, actually buy into. Wardlow versus Brock Lesnar, I'd buy into it. But Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar, I don't know about that. And Renegade says, I want Wardlow. Chris says, I pick Sean Spears. I agree, we want Wardlow, says Victor. And here he is. And he's beating the crap out of everybody who would stop him, who would try to stop him. And there he is, removes the curtains, and out comes Wardlow. to a very great big ovation from the fans. I mean, that is a big pop. Fans are going at it for Wardlow, and fans see something in Wardlow, and the WWE saw something in Wardlow before he even got this monster push. The company has been interested in him, according to dirt sheets. They want Wardlow on board on their main roster, so it's only a matter of time before we see Wardlow also jumping ship in the future. But for now, he is the main eventer right now, or sort of the main eventer. He's climbing up the ladder in AEW. And Shawn Spears gonna lose this match. Of course it happened. Yeah, this had to happen, even though the poor guy, for the first time in a while, was dominating a match and was actually winning a match. He lost it, thanks to the distraction from Wardlow. And Chris, a 2-for-1, we're gonna get a 2-for-1. Everybody's predictions goes climbing down here. And that's only thanks to Wardlow. He comes in, and nobody can believe it. Shawn Spears mad, MJF is mad. Wardlow is the only guy who's happy. And he has no problem being escorted out of the place now, because he's got his job done. He's got Shawn Spears, with the loss, and MJF, he's scared. He looks like he's seen a ghost. Look at that. Look at that. And Shawn Spears and MJF going at it in the ring now. Shawn Spears is mad. He has nothing to do here. He wants no talk, no business with MJF. He gets out. Yeah, this is not good. Look at that. Not good for them at all. And Tony is backstage once again with the best friends with another good interview. And we can see Orange Cassidy has hurt his arm with the sling right there. Wow. And I can see the predictions here, the scores here. Everybody saw Shawn Spears winning that one, and that's why everybody has a -1 score. Look at that. Capsule Sean Dean won. That's right. That's right. Renegade says, thanks, Wardlow, for not letting me and others go undefeated. Yeah, Shawn Spears had one job, and he couldn't even, keep you guys undefeated. Couldn't keep your streak alive. Forget about his own. Chris says, breaking news, WWE Hall of Famer Sonny arrested for drunk driving after fatal car crash. Now, we know that Sonny cannot get her life together. But if this has happened, Chris, and she's been involved in a car crash that was fatal, I mean, this lady needs help, and maybe no longer does she need any bail. She keeps going into jail, she gets bailed out, then she goes back, then she gets bailed out, and it's come to a point where now she's costing people's life on road. Maybe we put an end, or somehow she doesn't get bailed anymore until something is fixed, because so far Sonny keeps landing into trouble herself, but now she's it's backfiring, right? I mean, other people are getting into trouble because of Sonny and her reckless actions. Yeah, drunk driving is never a good idea, and especially when it gets fatal, should not be forgotten. So, Sonny, I don't know, something has to be done. He's been tried, he's been tested, doesn't work out. And Sammy is here, along with Tay, and they've got their little white signboards there. Yeah, these guys are the cringe of AEW. These guys are the ones that the couple that I like to avoid as much as I can. They are cringy, for sure. I find them super duper cringy. I cannot tolerate them. And Michael says, is MJW bound? And Andy says, Michael, rumors after next year MJF could be making a play for WWE. And after this WrestleMania weekend, we know that, never say never. Anything can happen. Cody Rhodes jumped over to the WWE. Steiner Brothers got inducted into the company. Never say never, as Undertaker said, during his Hall of Fame speech. So you never know when that happens. If Wardlow jumps over to WWE, only time will tell. But never say never. And Chris says, what belt does this guy have? Which guy? Chris? I don't know. I'm seeing Sammy right now. He has no belt at all. The only thing I'm seeing him right now is his girlfriend, his lady, Tay. And Victor says, I didn't pick Shawn Spears. Good for you, Victor. Smart choice right there. Renegade says, learn from the best friends he did by leaving. That's right. Good for him. And I must tell you all that 2K22 streams are coming back. And I've been, investing into some equipments. And recently got a mic. And I'm also bought some more equipments that are going to be making the streams a lot better. I just recently purchased an equipment that's going to make the 2K22 streams a lot better in the future. We're going to be streaming at 4K, hopefully. We're going to be streaming at full HD. So, if the streams for 2K22 were already not good enough, they're going to be a lot better starting hopefully today. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that. D-Star says, hey guys, have I missed anything good so far on AEW? That's right, D-Star. I'll tell you what, you've missed out on a lot. Anybody, Moons is here too. Moons, good to see you. D-Star, Moons, you both have some explaining to do because you missed out on a very, very big match. You missed out on Adam Cole versus Christian Cage. What a match that was. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. I'm not going to tell you who won, who lost, because I want you to go back and check that match out. Really a sweet match. Had me on the edge of my seat, even though I was late because of technical issues myself. But, you know, I was on the edge of my seat because I never knew where this match was going to head. So you'll have to see who won that match. But I will tell you this, that Adam Cole is now scheduled to face Adam Page for the AEW World Championship this Friday at Rampage. And since this Friday Rampage is taking place from Texas, it's going to be a Texas death match. That's right, for the AEW World title, it's going to be Page versus Cole this Friday on Rampage. And Eddie Kingston is going at it. Eddie Kingston and his gang taking on the Jericho Appreciation Society. That is bad. Wow. I don't know what the deal is with the hatred towards Jericho Appreciation Society. I mean, this is just a little society that does nothing. Wow. Wow, by the way, did you guys see that? Eddie Kingston should be arrested for that. Should be arrested for property damage. Not only did he try to break and did he try to attack Jericho Appreciation Society and the leader of the society, Chris Jericho himself, but Eddie Kingston literally grabbed a LED screen, a TV screen from somewhere, and he threw it on Jericho. I mean, good thing Jericho got away because Eddie Kingston is a maniac. Should not be allowed on here. I don't know who does that, grabbing a television from the wall and just throwing it at your opponent. That is craziness. Look at that. That's right, D-Star. Sounds very nice. Very, very evil. And Ricky is happy. He's happy to see Moons. Moons, look at you. You know, getting some fans here. And Chris, some guy backstage had a belt. Or I'll keep an eye out, brother. If I see him again, I'll let you know what belt that was. And he says, AJ, are you streaming tomorrow NXT UK with Roderick Strong challenging for the NXT title? Sure, Andy will definitely do that. And also, you know, some streams are coming up this weekend, you know, regarding some shows that, you know, I believe Bobby had suggested. We're going to be doing this as well. As I say all the time, let me know what show would you like for me to stream, what show would you like for me to do a watch along for, and we'll be doing that right away. Renegade says Eddie is coming out to the ring. He is. And the fans are happy. He calls Jericho a two-faced coward. Am I the only one who appreciates Chris Jericho here? Anybody in the comments wants to be a part of the Jericho Appreciation Society? Because I'd love to be a part of it.
You know what that means? You can be with your wife and your kids. I'm attacking you. The other two morons...
They censored the hell out of that, didn't they? Wow. By the way, speaking of censorship, I don't know if you caught that moment. WrestleMania 38, Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. I don't know if you guys caught that one moment where the television screen it went blank for all of us for a very brief moment, and I was left wondering, hey, is my stream glitching out? And I asked you guys, is your stream glitching out too? And you know, because it's WrestleMania, we didn't much care about it. Turns out that Charlotte Flair suffered a major wardrobe malfunction during her match against Ronda Rousey, and they cut it off television. They cut the stream off for a brief moment before they got it in order. So Charlotte Flair did suffer a malfunction during the match against Ronda at WrestleMania, which is why they had to cut it off the feed for a quick hot second or two. If you guys didn't check it already, you can go back at it, you can take a look, and you can then notice when and how they cut the stream off. It was I didn't see it at first, but when I rewatched it, I got to know about it. And Victor says, Eddie Kingston and proud and powerful. That's right, these guys are awesome. Is it just me, or is everybody's... Oh, I think it's just me. There we go, my volume went off. I thought they censored it for me. Look at that. Wow. Nobody cuts promos like Eddie Kingston, by the way. This guy brings in the heat. This guy, one of the realest guys in the rooms. That's why he's so over. Because when people look at Eddie Kingston and they see his aggression and they see his, attitude, they see themselves in the mirror. This guy is the realest guy in the room. No gimmicks, no, over the top stuff. This is the realest guy. A New York native, somebody straight out of Brooklyn. That is Eddie Kingston, which is why everybody can relate to him. What an incredible guy he is. And Charlotte Hadden, that's right, true, she did. She did, yep. And Dale says right there, a great promo by Eddie, a great promo indeed. Junkyard Dog and Butch Reed style. That Victor, you see, he's amazing. He's amazing. Any more interviews dropping, Chris? Yes. First of all, the interview with Bhupinder Gujjar is dropping this weekend because I didn't release him during the WrestleMania weekend. That's WrestleMania Saturday and Sunday because, WrestleMania and everybody's talking about the WWE. Nobody wants to hear from Bhupinder Gujjar. So that's why, didn't drop it then. But we're going to be dropping it this weekend. Impact Wrestling's Bhupinder Gujjar is going to be here this weekend for an exclusive interview. And this guy is a fantastic guy. I mean, what a great guy he is. And he goes out there, he talks about everything, right? He talks about India. He talks about his time with Impact Wrestling so far. W. Morrissey talks, of course, about Wrassingh, about Mahabali Shera from Impact Wrestling. A lot of stuff is happening this weekend. So make sure you don't miss out. It's going to be a good time. And D-Star says, I know Eddie's a big fan favorite, but I don't get the hype. D-Star, just like I said, I think is a thing about, being so real, being so relatable. I mean, people look at him and they're like, you know what, this is the kind of guy that I am. When I'm frustrated at work, this is how the mode I go into. I go crazy, I go haywire. And I guess it's just people relate to him. That's the thing I think appeals the most to people, to the Eddie Kingston, gets here. And Renegade says, no way Jericho. No way Jericho. Jericho's a legend. My name is D-Star and I'm a sports entertainer. Look at that. That's right. If you are a fan of the WWE, you gotta be a fan of Jericho because he is a sports entertainer. Bobby says, breaking news. Marina Shafir is ranked number 5 in a... Wow, okay. That is some bold statement there. Number 5 on AEW's rankings for women's division, and Jamie Hayter, wrestler, is ranked number 4. That's big. Look at the tables turning. Look at the tides turning around. You have Marina Shafir, number 5, Jamie Hayter, number 4. These are the two women I can't wait to see on television a lot more. I can't wait to see them going at it, solo in the ring a lot more. I can't wait to see that, and good for them. Number 5, number 4, that is an impressive feat. Cool, Bobby. I'm checking that out on Friday, seeing Mae Valentine, interviewing him. There you go. You guys, Mae Valentine. Also, I'd love to have her on the show. Could be happening in the future very soon. Mae Valentine right here. I'm working on that. Chris says any more interviews dropping, just like I said. Bhupinder Gujjar is going to be here. And Andy says Jamie Hayter deserves title shot. AJC vendor one day being champion in WWE. Oh, I see it as well, Andy. We've got a lot of promising young individuals in the company or making their way to the company very soon and doing great things. I mean, speaking of vendor, let's talk about Veer for a second. This guy made his debut. They're not calling him a return. When I was speaking with Jinder Mahal, even he was calling it a debut, and I was like, why would you call it a debut? It's a return. And he said, the reason why I call it a debut because this guy is not the guy that you saw along with me and Shanky on Raw. This guy's a whole new guy. He looks different. He moves different. He's worked very hard in the gym and also has dieted for a long time. His moveset's different, and we saw it on Raw. He really looks different. Did you see the hairstyle? The way his hair went up and down, long hair? That would look very intimidating for sure. I mean, this guy looks like no joke. So, I don't know. We very well could be seeing Veer being shot to the moon and Veer getting world title shot in this future. I mean, what do you think about Veer Mahan? Do you see him being a big champion, being a big star in the company? Or do you see a future jobber or a future mid-carder in the making? What do you see when you see Veer in WWE? Let me know what you think. And Bobby says, now I want to see Marina Shafir. That's right, Bobby. I want to see it too. That is what I was thinking. Now I really want to see that match. And Tony... Wow, another one of those interviews with Jade Cargill right there on the stage. Tony, by the way, the hardest working guy in AEW. This is perhaps the third time, number 3, that's the third time we're seeing Tony right here on AEW television tonight. 2 backstage interviews, 1 interview on stage with the champion, Jade Cargill. The pyros go off, fans go crazy. TBS champion, Jade Cargill, looking good. Yeah, look at that, sweet stuff. D-Star says, Veer was here, destroy the Mysterios, hope they give him push. It seems like they will, Just like Cody Rhodes, they plan on keeping Veer Mahan a Raw exclusive. They plan on keeping him as a monstrous heel on Raw. So Cody Rhodes, a monstrous, or maybe the nicest babyface, and Veer, the monstrous heel on Raw. I guess it's gonna be good. Well, let's see. The baddie section. Okay.
You see, a baddie is a beautiful woman with confidence that knows herself. And thankfully,
The baddie section. I would like to be a part of that section. Yes, there are a lot of beautiful women out there who look bad, and who are sitting ringside for AEW, and they're getting a nod or thumbs up from Jade Cargill. I'd like to be a part of the baddie section. Anybody here would like to be a part of it? I'd love to. You know what I would like to say? One more thing here. I was talking to a couple of my promoter friends, and they were telling me how Jade Cargill has this guy who is supposedly a Cody Rhodes friend, and Cody Rhodes gave him a job at the first place in AEW, and he was talking about how this guy, as a manager for Jade Cargill, just does not work, and what would have worked was a guy such as MVP, a guy, such as MVP being the manager of Jade Cargill, and really shooting her to the moon, because this guy, he looks like he needs a manager for himself. He looks like he needs a spokesperson for himself to get himself over. I don't know how he even puts Jade Cargill over. Look at that. Look at the energy right there. Jade Cargill just snatches away the microphone from his hand, making him look like nothing. She does not need him horsing her around. She needs somebody else. Somebody who would be more of a brother, who would be more of a role model, who would be more of a MVP, for Jade Cargill. I mean, look at Omos. Just watch him, being shot to the moon along with MVP now. Jade Cargill needs somebody like that. Somebody with confidence, somebody with the vibe, same vibe as Cargill herself. Somebody she can call her brother, a mentor. This guy is no mentor, is no brother. He's just a Cody Rhodes friend, and that's why he has a job at the first place. Let's take a look at the other comments here. Chris says, more breaking news. Tonight has been all about the breaking news, guys. Former WWE backstage producer Pat Buck has quit WWE. That's crazy. All right, that is insanity. Pat Buck has quit the WWE backstage producer. That's big. I hope that things don't go for the worse here. Maybe they found a replacement, or maybe he found a better job right there, for himself. So maybe he quit the company himself. So we'll have to see. I hope that they're able to find a better replacement, though. Drew says Veer might get an Umaga push. I think so, too. I think he's on the same level as Umaga. I don't think we've seen a superstar quite like Umaga in a long while. So Veer might be the next big thing next to Umaga. So we'll find out. But the guy can talk, only if they don't shove down his, fake accent down our throats. I don't think they're going to be doing that. I think he's going to be very much, an English talker, which is a good thing. So I think he's going to be money. He's going to be pure money. And speaking of money, look at who's coming out right now. The Andre family office. Bunny is coming out along with her 2 men. Sweet, this is going to be good. The Butcher and the Blade are in for a match. It's going to be a crazy match. It's going to be against the Hardys. And it's going to be a table match. So it's very cool. We're in for 2 big matches. 2 big tag team matches tonight. First, the Butcher and Blade versus Hardys in a table tag team match. And up next, we're also going to be seeing the FTR defending their titles, the ROH and the AAA tag titles, against the Young Bucks. So we'll see how that goes. But we're in for 2 big tag team title matches tonight on Dynamite. And of course, at Rampage, we're going to be seeing the ultimate match of them all, a Texas Death Match featuring Adam Cole, Adam Page for the AEW World Championship. It's got to be good. And Ricky says, Veer, there you go. Some love for Veer Mahan. Victor says, Tony Khan said he's going back to his ruthless roots when it comes to Rampage. That's why they're ramping up Rampage. Good stuff. He should. He definitely should. And you know, when I was talking to just the same independent promoters that I just spoke about earlier, these guys were telling me how Cody Rhodes was being influenced by a lot of the people backstage early on, including Cody Rhodes. I mean, Tony Khan was listening to everything these guys would say and would take it by heart, would take it seriously, and would do what they were saying basically all the time. But now, ever since Cody Rhodes jumped ship to the WWE, and you know, he kind of feels that stab in the back, Tony Khan has stepped back and he's realized that he's running a company, he's running a business. He's not running an entertainment company to entertain himself or his dad or his fans. He's running a business. That's why he's got to do things his way. So we are going to be seeing a lot of changes moving forward. The guy who, you know, told me about this, he said we could be seeing a lot of changes in terms of booking, in terms of planning, in terms of how they carry on their shows. We're going to be seeing some tremendous changes. Also, the guy has told me, by the way, this guy been put through a table right away. He was looking to put Jeff Hardy through the table. Jeff Hardy gets out of the way, and this guy goes through the table with ease. And this guy also told me that we will be seeing some releases coming from AEW in the very near future. So that will not be too surprising either. We're going to be seeing some releases here and there happening very, very soon. That's right, Jade was in the crowd. Brian... Jade's crew is in the crowd. That's right. Daniel Bryan needs help. Jade put way better interviews on She's Not Believable. Her talking to me is flat boring, says Andy. That's right. And that's why she needs a good manager, not the current one. The current one was a podcaster, was a guy who was doing all these shows, and he got a job just because Cody Rhodes put in a good word for him. So this guy needs to go, and Jade needs a better person managing her, a better brother, a better mentor managing her, because this guy is no mentor. He's just a guy in a suit, and she doesn't need a guy in a suit. She needs a guy in a jersey. She needs a guy, wow, look at that, by the way. It's so good to see Hardy's right here. You know, they're bringing their throwback, they're bringing their 90s throwback right here. It doesn't seem like they've aged a day. They can still go at it, and they can still go at it so well. And it looks like Jeff Hardy is looking for a big move. They place this guy right there on the slanted table, one leg up, one leg down, and Jeff Hardy's got to look to fly. Is he going to be able to break the table? Because, I don't know. Chris says, I have more breaking news. Layla Hirsch is out of action. Dad, it's terrible news. Terrible news. And JML, good to see you. Welcome. Jeff Hardy looking for the Swanton Bomb, it seems. Right? And we call it a high-risk move for a reason. Anything can happen. Anybody can come in at any time, push you off the turnbuckle, and that is exactly what happened with Jeff Hardy. Been pushed off the turnbuckle. Everybody is down. And Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, both of them are down. And Butcher and Blade very well up. Now the tables have turned around literally, and this guy is putting Jeff Hardy through the table. We're looking for a suplex. Wow. And I'll tell you what, the funny part is it doesn't look like the table gave up. It doesn't look like the table is still broken. Look at that. Table still intact. Breaking news, Taya is not wrestling on Warrior Wrestling on April 23rd since she is wrestling against Deonna Purrazzo at Impact Wrestling for the AAA Reina de Reyes Championship, and that match is going to be happening in Rebellion. That's true. It's going to be a big match. Rebellion can't get any sooner. We're going to be seeing Moose. We're going to be seeing Deonna Purrazzo. And, of course, we're going to be seeing Taya versus Deonna Purrazzo for the AAA Championship. So it's going to be good for sure. Moose, Josh Alexander, Deonna Purrazzo, Taya, it's going to be good. Jamal says Jade Cargill will hold both titles in the future. She very well might do it. You know, she looks like a star. I mean, tell anybody, show them a picture of Jade Cargill, and, you know, everybody must say that she's a star. She looks like a champion. Only needs some work on the mic and some work in the ring, but the future is clear. She's going to be a big star in AEW for sure. And Dale says the Hardys for the win. Mattitude. That's right, JML. That's right. I can predict the ending already. Swanton Bomb through a table. That's right, D-Star. And we almost saw the Swanton Bomb before Jeff Hardy was pushed off the top turnbuckle. So no Swanton Bomb so far. But the tables in AEW are so good quality. They're real good quality. They barely ever break. So I don't know where they purchase their tables from, because I'd like one. I've broken a few tables in my life, and that too not intentionally, by accident. You know, I'm a strong guy. Oh, by the way, Matt Hardy gets away, sends this guy flying through the table, and the table actually breaks in half. Good for them. Butcher is down, and Matt Hardy is now being sent into the, oh wow, big chop to the chest of Matt Hardy, being sent into the barricade as we speak right now. Andy says, I'm pulling for Taya, recapturing her AAA championship. That's right, but Deonna Purrazzo is in trouble because Taya is coming for the AAA. And we know that Tony Khan and his girls are going to be coming for the ROH title. So Deonna Purrazzo is in trouble. Not only is she in the glooming threat of losing her AAA championship, but both the titles. So from champ, she could be very soon going to no champ with no championships on her shoulders. So I hope that does not happen. I hope that Deonna Purrazzo is able to find a way out. But right now, things don't look very good for her. D-Star says, that was a risky move on Jeff. If the table broke, match would have been over for sure, D-Star. That really was a risky move. Chris says, I have more breaking news. This is crazy with the breaking news coming in today. Look at that, I like that. Confirmed on WWE, the bump Cody Rhodes doing a paroa. We'll be seeing, oh wow, his dog will be showing. That's nice. I guess his dog will be showing. Will be shown on some backstage videos, some vignettes and stuff like that. So that's sweet. I know his dog is super over. People on Instagram love his dog, Brandy Rhodes' dog. So good for them. AJ, who do you want to see wrestle on Ring of Honor? Bobby, there's a whole list of people I want to see there. But the question is, are they also going to be AEW stars when they sign with ROH? Are they ever going to be offered ROH exclusive contracts? Or do we only see AEW stars appearing on ROH? So these questions, for me, need to be answered before I could actually book some ROH matches. Because right now, so many questions in my mind. Are ROH exclusive contracts are going to be given out? Or they're only going to be AEW contracts that are going to be appearing on ROH? We don't know the answers to those questions because so far, every single one of the persons that we've seen on ROH television, they have appeared or they are with AEW itself. So those questions, I don't know. When are they going to be answered? If they're going to be answered. By the way, Matt Hardy is looking to fly. And wow, just like that, it's over. Look at that. Wow. Butcher is out. Jeff Hardy is out. It has only gone down to Blade and Matt Hardy. I guess Matt Hardy's going to be taking out Blade with no problem. Oh, dear. Wow. Blade gets out of the way. Matt Hardy put through the table, but still no elimination since Blade was not the guy who put Matt Hardy through it. So we're going to be seeing some more action. Blade and Matt Hardy going to be going at it. Yep, they got to be going at it right now. And Renegade says, Blade didn't even touch Jeff when he fell. Could this mean that old Jeff Hardy is back? Well, it seems like Jeff Hardy is not back. He's still eliminated. The commentators did confirm it, that he's out. That's right. AEW got the table at ROH. That's why table's strong for them. That's right. The table's strong for sure. AEW must have bigger table budget than WWE, hence the stronger tables. Yet they never break. But the good thing is tonight we have seen quite a few tables break. So maybe they're taking harder bumps, but something's working out for them. And look at that. Jeff Hardy's down and out, and he's not here for the aid of his brother. But Butcher and Blade are working like two brothers right here. They're working very well against Matt Hardy. Jeff Hardy nowhere to be seen. Blade is looking to fly. Wow. Interesting. Matt Hardy retreats into the crowd. He goes over the turnbuckle. He wanted no piece of that. Blade was looking to fly onto Matt Hardy from the top turnbuckle, ringside on top of the table, but Matt Hardy retreats. And, are you kidding me right now? Blade and Butcher, both of them also jump on the other side of the barricade. I think they're looking for a suplex off that barricade onto Matt Hardy. Look at that. Yes, D-Star, this is an elimination match. That's right. They never made it clear beforehand, but this is an elimination match. And they're indeed looking to suplex Matt Hardy off that barricade. Whoa. What just happened here? Where did the table go? The table was right there. Jeff Hardy, this guy. This guy removes the table just in the nick of time, which is why no elimination just yet. Had Matt Hardy been put through the table right there, which was very, very likely, he would have been eliminated and Butcher and Blade would have actually picked up the win. But the table was removed, which is why Matt Hardy is still in the game. Jeff Hardy is still going strong. Even though this is an elimination match, it is also a no DQ. So no rules matter here. Even the eliminated wrestlers are going at it. They are wrestling. Jeff Hardy is looking for... Oh, interesting. Jeff Hardy is going strong here. And Dale says, yes, that's right. It is a elimination match. Thanks for answering that, guys. And he says, interesting. I've seen that match. I hadn't thought she had that badly injured. That's right. Layla Hirsch, if she's injured, yeah, she better get well soon. The injuries are happening so often right now. I mean, this past month, we have seen a lot of injuries. Big E, then we saw Grayson Waller, of course. Wow. We saw Bianca Belair also, injured for a little while there. Then, of course, the injury with Rick Boots, which was heartbreaking. So lots of injuries happen. Now we're hearing that Layla Hirsch is injured. Layla Hirsch, it's terrible. So many injuries happening left, right, front, and center. And Jeff is full of botches tonight. He really is. It's not been his nights, absolutely. But Jeff Hardy gets that big ladder. And with the help of Matt Hardy, he's hitting this guy with a ladder right there, sending him right into the corner of the ringside. And Matt Hardy is going for a twist of fate. Puts him down with a little twist of fate right there. Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy now pick up the table, the wooden table. They are putting in position. What are they looking for here? Is Matt Hardy going to jump off the ladder? Because the ladder's in play. And we know the Hardys go crazy. That's right, that is what's happening here. They stack the two tables together. So they're going to be putting both Butcher and Blade, I believe, on the tables. And both Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy are going to be jumping off the ladder. We know Hardys go crazy when they see ladders. And the way I see this playing out is both Butcher and Blade are going to be getting off the damn table. And both Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy are going to go through the ladder. I guess that's what's going to be happening here. Botchamania is getting a lot of new content from Jeff Hardy tonight. That's right. He really is. Good for him, right? His channel is going to be booming. 2 botches so far from Jeff. Really indeed. By the way, speaking of botches, alright, Jeff Hardy's looking for it though. He's looking to fly. Not Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy alone is looking to fly. Is he going to be able to do it? And he does it. He does it. With that being said, the match is over, and the Hardys actually pick up the win. Good for them. Good for them, and I guess the score here must be 3-1 for a lot of people. That is sweet. Roman is injured too, that's right, Ricky. But I think, and I've spoken to somebody who is actually, belongs to the medical field, and I showed them pictures of Roman Reigns' injury, and they told me that, this is bad, but it's not going to be super bad, and Roman should be able to go. If it is what they think it is, Roman should be able to go in about 2 weeks. He should be cleared to wrestle, but we don't know exactly what's going on. We've just seen the pictures. We haven't seen any of the other stuff. We don't know any of the details, so we can't really say. But from the pictures that I've shown to the medical professional, they have said that it doesn't look so bad. He's gonna be fine. And Andrade family off is coming out now, and these guys don't look happy. I mean, look at Andrade, though. I mean, we've talked about how much he wanted a stable of his own in WWE. He wanted to do well, have a own faction. And look at him in AEW right now. I mean, even though he stole it from Matt Hardy, he's still got his own faction, and they're looking good. They've got the Bunny, they've got all these badass men with them. This guy looking like a true Don, without a shadow of a doubt, looking like a true Don of AEW. Look at that. Escobar, a true Don of NXT, and Andrade, a true Don of AEW. That makes sense. And with that being said, we now have Sting and Darby Allin, I believe, are going to be coming out here. And Andrade doesn't look too happy. He removes his sunglasses. Turn around, Andrade, because it's snowing down there. It is snowing down there, and there he is. Stinger is here. Sting comes out. Ricky says, my prediction came true. Swanton bomb through a table. Even though a 5-year-old could have predicted that. Now, D-Star, don't underestimate yourself. That was a very good prediction right there. And Mr. Majestic is here. Good to see you. Welcome here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Sting going at it. Baseball bat in hand. By the way, whoever suggested me lemon tea, thank you for that. This is a throat saver. A lifesaver. Thank you. And Sting has a baseball bat in hand. It looks like he was going to look to do some damage right there on Andrade with that bat. Bunny gets in the way. She says, no, you know what? No. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just let go of Andrade. And that's why Andrade says, you know what? Let's get out of here. Both of them retreat. The entire family office retreats. And they head to the back once again, leaving Sting, leaving Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy on that ramp by themselves. No damage done, no brawl after the match, was a good thing. And right here we could see that Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, and of course Jungle Boy were there for a backstage interview, but Christian Cage doesn't want any of it. He goes away.
You guys have been champions all around the world. But around here, things are determined by the records. And honestly, you guys is not even good enough to challenge us for these. But since you've been getting involved in our business week after week after week, why don't we just challenge you next week on Dynamite? And we'll go ahead and put the AEW World Tag Team Championship.
They're stacking their shows, aren't they? I mean, tonight we already saw, we already saw the tremendous Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy match against the Butcher and Blade. It was a fantastic match. We're going to be seeing the ROH and AAA tag team titles being defended, FTR versus the Young Bucks. We already saw the Samoa Joe debut. We already saw a very good Dynamite, and Dynamite is still going strong, by the way. Julia Hart and Hikaru Shida are going to be in action up next. This week, this Friday on Rampage, we're going to be seeing the AEW World Title match, a Texas death match between Adam Cole versus Adam Page. And next week on Dynamite, we're going to be seeing the AEW tag team titles being defended. So they are really stacking up their shows. And next week on Dynamite, we're going to see Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus defending their titles against KOR and Bobby. It's got to be good. And Tony Khan is really going out there. He's really making the best out of his shows, trying to draw as much audience as he can. Good for him as well. Look at that. I would like to see Sky Blue wrestle on Ring of Honor. That's a pretty good name, Bobby. Absolutely. I would like to see Kimber Lee, right? Kimber Lee would be nice. Glad the lemon tea is helping. Thank you, True. Thank you for that. And Andy says, AJ, you say about Don, I don't believe NXT 2.0, Tony Guy. He's boring to be Santos Escobar as a real leader. That's what I agree, yeah? I mean, when I said Don, I said Santos Escobar is a Don, because Tony D'Angelo, yes, he got lucky against Tommaso Ciampa, but that's only because Tommaso Ciampa had some mercy on Tony and wanted to, give him that little candy before he left over for the main roster himself. So I don't believe him either. I think Escobar is the only and the true Don, without a shadow of a doubt. He is the true Don, not Tony D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo's got nothing on Escobar for sure. And I believe we're going to be seeing a possible feud between Escobar and Tony D'Angelo in the future. And it's got to be a good and memorable feud for sure. What is bothering me on top of my nose? I don't know. Anyways, Renegade says Jurassic Express versus Red Dragon next week, along with Adam and Adam. That's right. It's got to be good, right? Rampage is stacked. And Adam is going to be taking place this Friday. Rampage, Texas Deathmatch. So we don't even have to wait until next week. It's got to be good. It's got to be great. Andy says Hikaru Shida is fabulous in a match against this lady right here. Should be good. Let's see. Victor says the Texas Deathmatch for the AEW World Title will be on Rampage, April 15th. Alright, so next week on Friday, I see that. And I know I broke my kayfabe because something was bothering me on my glasses. So that's right. I hope you guys didn't get to see my eyes though, because eyes, national treasure, should be protected. By the way, I made a promise. I said I'd be showing my eyes off when we hit 2,000, and we've hit 5,000. So I guess next up, when we hit 10,000, we're going to have a party, all right? 10,000 subscribers, we're going to have a big party, and I'm going to be taking off my sunglasses for all of you. That's for sure. And 10,000 subscribers, we're really going to have a big party. We're going to have some guests on here, some wrestlers from the industry, maybe from WWE, maybe from AEW, and we're going to have a blast here, so for sure. 10,000, here we come. D-Star says Tony Khan has a lot of haters, but what he's built in just a few years is impressive. Yes, and for sure his father's money has held him out, and I'll tell you, from what I've heard, his father is not happy with the kind of an empire he's built so far, because the empire is not very profitable. Yes, it's got a lot of buzz, and that's obvious because he gets all the wrestlers. By the way, this lady right here, Thunder Rosa, I believe somewhere in Texas, a town in Texas, has declared April 5th or April 4th as the Thunder Rosa Day. I can't recall the exact date, but one day in a year is being called as a Thunder Rosa Day in a small town in Texas. So that's a very big win for Thunder Rosa right there. She's super over, isn't she? And yes, so far, Tony Khan's dad is not so happy, and that's why, from what I've heard, is that he's got to be making a lot of executive changes, booking changes, and we're going to be seeing some people get released, some people getting hired, so we'll have to see how that goes. But Battle of the Bells is coming back on April 16. It seems like we just had the pay-per-view, this show not too long ago, Battle of the Belts, and it is coming back. Sweet stuff. I'm all in for it. Oh, Tony Storm here. Jamie Hayter, Tony Storm, two of the most impressive women in AEW without a shadow of a doubt. Super over as well. People love Hayter. People adore Tony Storm. So let's see how this goes. Wow.
I really hope we face each other in the tournament. I really do. With all that momentum, the star power you're coming with, because everyone loves Tony, that stops with me.
So, I don't know if you guys saw the video of Tony Storm actually signing some autographs at WrestleCon. And that video didn't look very nice because Tony Storm, she looked like she was under influence. She looked like possibly she was drunk. And as fans were asking her questions, her answers were very, very delayed. And sometimes she gave very odd answers that made no sense. So, she really seemed out of place during that WrestleCon appearance. Yes, she was, doing autographs, but not answering as well, not responding as a, just sober person would. So there were some concerns about Tony Storm after WrestleCon, but it seemed like she's okay. Maybe she just had a hangover, or maybe she was just a bit too drunk that day, which sucks because fans pay for that interaction and they never get the answers that they wanted. So that kind of sucks, right? And Tony Khan has built a lot of haters. That's right, D-Star 100%. Next week, AEW on paper looks like a great show. Yes, Dynamite is stacked. A Rampage is stacked. It's got to be good for sure. And right now, we're going to get a Owen Hart Cup tournament match. It's the second match we're seeing for the women's. And Hikaru Shida is here. It's going to be a good one. Let's see. And Mr. Majestic says, it looks like AEW has not lost a step since losing to Cody Rhodes to WWE. It is so stacked with great talent, Cody's presence is hardly missed. In a way, Samoa Joe has replaced Cody Rhodes. Yes, this is what I was also speaking, with this guy. I mean, just two people that I very well know from the industry, and they're actually very close to AEW. So, this guy was like, this was before Cody Rhodes actually made his WrestleMania debut, or his WrestleMania return, and he said that Cody Rhodes basically wanted the CM Punk money, and Tony Khan realized that Cody Rhodes is not worth the CM Punk money, which is what offended Cody Rhodes and which is what made him jump ship. So it is just, Tony Khan's self-realization of who's making money, who's really a main eventer and who is not so much of a main eventer that really came into play here. So him actually going over to WWE, Tony Khan is not taking it as a big loss. Yes, he's taking it as big slap to the face because the guy that, you were really so invested in and you saw as a good friend, betrays you. He takes it as a big blow, but doesn't take it as a big loss. As we can see on TV, this definitely doesn't look like it's a big loss at all, which it shouldn't be. The ball keeps rolling. Entertainment never stops. It doesn't stop for anybody. The wheel keeps turning around with or without, wrestlers. That's just the way it is. Honey lemon and a shot of gin is even better than just lemon tea. Thank you for that, Victor. I will also add that to the recipe and make sure that I have that ready for tomorrow. That's right. It's got to be good for sure. And Renegade says, I pick Adam to win. D-Star, that's right. It's got to be a great Rampage without a shadow of a doubt. And we can see right here, Hikaru Shida is going at it. Wow. Who thinks that Hikaru Shida is going to lose here? Because I can't see it happening. She's got to win. She has to win. And so far, she is really bringing in the heat. Really on top of her game right now. I pick Adam to win myself, says Renegade. Adam, you cannot go wrong with Adam. Adam Cole versus Adam Page taking place as Rampage. You cannot go with Adam. Adam has to win. No, the AEW World Texas title next match is taking place next Friday on April 15th. Thank you for that, Victor. Thank you for the clarification. Andy says, I like to see Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter become allies down the line. Not now. We could be seeing it. Yeah, right now it seems like there's some animosity between them, but they look good together in that same frame. They look like they would make for a good tag team for sure. So I know where you're coming from. I see it as well, and I hope that happens down the road. And Clay, good to see you. I acknowledge you, and I acknowledge Bailey as well. Good to see you, Clay. And Chris says, I pick Shida. I pick Shida myself. I think she's got to win for sure, even though I would love her to see Hart win. I think Shida has to win this one, without a shadow of a doubt. And Drew says, is Cole versus Page on Rampage or Battle of the Belts? It's taking place on Rampage. Texas Death Match. Rampage. April 15th. Thank you once again for the clarification, Victor. I thought it was this weekend. I'm like, wow, this is great. But April 15th, we gotta wait one more week. I like Shida says, too sweet. Shida is great, fantastic indeed. And she's gotta win this one. By the way, Julia Hart, I mean, I can go on and on about Julia Hart. But I guess this one has to go to Shida, without a doubt. Renegade says Julia has black around. Yes, that's right. She's got the black eye with the patch. Julia, by the way, deserves to be pushed. She deserves to go over to the House of Black. I think it's long overdue. We all saw it coming for a long while. It's been a few months that we've been talking about Julia possibly joining the House of Black. It should be happening, but will it happen? Oh, when will it happen? It's been long overdue. If it's happening, I hope that they push the trigger on it already, because it just seems dragged by now. It just seems too delayed by now. So if it's happening, if she's indeed joining the House of Black, she better do it ASAP. And Dale says, I got Shida for the win. That's right. And once Julia joins the House of Black, I can see Julia actually picking up some big wins like this one right here. But until she does that, it has to be Julia taking the losses for sure. You can show your eyes. Malachi Black isn't around. That's right, Victor. That's right. Julia might as well say she's in the House of Black. That's right. She should already do it. John Cena's gonna win. TYFU. I know that Julia Hart is sporting the John Cena colors. The colors he sported recently, the green and the yellow, but it's not John Cena. This is Julia Hart. D-Star says, what a gimmick from Julia, a one-eyed patch woman cheerleader dress. That's right, good for her. A gimmick indeed, but I'll tell you what, this is a lot better than Carmella and her hideous face mask. I can see Julia Hart in a cheerleader dress and an eye patch all year round, but I cannot tolerate Carmella with that hideous face mask for a day or even a minute. I cannot. I just look the other way whenever I see it. And we've seen some good masks in the past. I remember Cody Rhodes coming out with a paper bag. I think even that used to be better. I've seen Cody Rhodes coming out with that transparent face mask when he was dashing Cody Rhodes, and I like that better. But right now, what Carmella is going on is hideous. And Aaron says, hi, bro. Aaron, welcome to the stream, welcome to the family. So good to see you. I got Shida, says Renegade. Everybody's got Shida, right? That makes sense. Cody left for his ego. He was making plenty of money from the Turner Warner Media. That's right. He already had the AEW money. He was making money on the reality show. On top of that, he was also judging the Big Show, right, on AEW. So he left for his ego, also left for his money. I guess he had more expectations from Tony Khan, but Tony Khan saw that he was not the main eventer that he thought he was, and that just, caused a split. Bobby says, I would like to see Rhett Titus challenge for the NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship at NWA. That's right, NWA, though. We have to catch up on that, Bobby. For sure, we're going to be catching up on that as well. I see Julia joining the House of Black tonight, says Renegade. Wow, that's a big one. I hope that happens. I'm all in for it, but so far, it is Shida bringing the pain to Julia Hart.
Rolls to evade. Now takes herself out of bounds underneath the bottom rope. Barely pulled herself up here, guys.
And of course, we know that Owen Hart's widow is going to be there to present the cup herself. And the last time I spoke to one of the Harts, actually, wow, a beautiful superplex to Julia Hart from Shida, and going for the cover right here. And Julia Hart, that was a very sloppy kick out, I must say that. But she kicked out, good for her, got the shoulders up, and that's why she broke the pinfall, just like that. And the last time I spoke to one of the Smiths, from the Smith family, that is Georgia Smith, a good friend of mine, the daughter of the British Bulldog. And we spoke about, just Owen Hart and his widow and all that stuff, and Martha Hart. And she just had tears in her eyes. She's like, you know what? I respect Martha, and I'm going to let her do whatever she wants, because at the end of the day, it's about her family. So we're not stopping her. She can do what she wants. Of course, Georgia Smith's own mother wrote a book, which she got sued by, by Julia Hart, from Martha Hart itself, because Martha Hart is crazy lady when it comes to, anybody talking about Owen Hart or herself, and when anybody talks about that, Martha Hart goes with the lawsuit. So she actually hit Georgia Smith's own mother with a lawsuit for writing that book. So terrible stuff. And if you want to check out that interview, very insightful interview, you get to know a lot more about the Owen Hart family, about the Hart family, about the Smith family, and everything else. So check that interview out. It was, I believe, recorded a year ago. So it's down the vault, but you can check it out. It's a pretty good interview. And with that being said, Shida looking to cover, and there you go. That happens. It happens just like that. 4-for-1, Chris says it right there. Renegade says it right there. Julia Hart goes down, and Hikaru Shida, with a big win. Sweet, sweet stuff. D-Star says pizza adverts have to be the most played adverts in the history of adverts. That's right. Isn't that right, D-Star? So much. I mean, there's so much pizza going on. Wrestling fans must love pizza for them to air so many pizza commercials. And who is coming out now? Wow. Serena Deeb is there with the chair, and of course Hikaru Shida also ready with that kendo stick. Hikaru Shida knew that Serena Deeb was gonna, attack her from behind, and that's why she turns around. And when she does, she sees Serena Deeb right there with the chair shot, ready to attack her. Deeb realizes that maybe it's time to go back. Maybe it's time to head back to the gorilla, to the locker room, because Shida looks on fire. She looks more than ready. She looks like she's not here to take any BS from anyone here. Serena Deeb retreats with the chair in hand. She goes to the back, and that's why we're not going to be seeing any brawl here. We're just seeing Serena Deeb going to the back, and this is no longer going to be a brawl. No, it's not going to be happening. They're not attacking each other. Serena Deeb knows that Hikaru Shida cannot be stopped after that big victory over Julia Hart. She's on fire. And with that being said, she goes to the back, leaving Shida alone in the ring. Wow.
Prophet, the producer, my man Flash Garments, we won 2 Grammys for the work they did on the Donda album for Kanye West. But the week didn't start off all that great, Me and my man Keith Lee got put to the table, with Powerhouse Hobbs around, Ricky Starks. It's not over.
And Swerve Strickland was actually at the Grammys. That's nice. Good for him. Alright, he's going out there, isn't he? Andy says, I'll catch you all tomorrow unless I lose electricity. Take care, everybody. Andy, you take care. I know the weather is terrible over there, so you please stay safe, stay home, and look after yourself, man. We'll see you tomorrow. I'd like to see Julia Hart with black hair. That'd be a sight to see, Renegade. Wow, I just tried to imagine Julia Hart with black hair, and that looks good. Looks nice. And by the way, poor guy, Keith Lee being put to the table. The table doesn't break, though. And Keith Lee, just one of those guys who came into to AEW with, wow. Whoa. The door goes crashing. Keith Lee just smashes Hobbs right into the door, and the door goes crashing down. Look at that. But Keith Lee, just one of those guys who came with so much momentum, who came in with so much fire. But Lee never gets a match on Dynamite. He only gets booked to do some promotion work for his matches on Rampage, but he never ever gets booked on Dynamite, which is very interesting to me. Ever since his debut, I believe we've seen him have one match on Dynamite, but all his other matches have taken place on Rampage, which is very interesting. Very interesting. And TYFU says, nice apartment. Thank you for that, TYFU. I'm glad you like my little penthouse here. Victor says, Shida wins unless Serena Deeb costs her the match. And you were almost right, Victor. She did win, and Serena Deeb just did come out. But, it didn't go as planned for Serena Deeb right there. Do you think Cody will be added to the 2K22 as DLC? Look, if WWE 2K really wants to cash in on that money, they will add him. Or maybe they'll wait until 2K23 and they will have a collector's edition for Cody Rhodes. You never know. So I guess they're gonna wait till 2K23. But you know what? You can still download Cody Rhodes off the community creations, because some of the fans out there have done a tremendous job with Cody Rhodes on the community creations, and the ones that are available to download right now for free out there are incredible. You very, very much look alike. They've got the moveset on point. So sweet stuff. If you have 2K22 and you want Cody Rhodes on there, go to Community Creations. You'll find some amazing, amazing creations on there. There will be no more Stardust, but we might be seeing Fugo 2 in WWE. I don't know what Fugo, Fugo 2 in WWE is going to be interesting. I'm not a very... I see what you mean right there. But Fugo is an underdog story. It's good for him in AEW. But in WWE, if we see anybody, and I mean anybody, trying to be Fugo 2, I'm not going to be a fan for sure. Well, one thing is for sure that Stardust is banned from the WWE, and they will not be using his theme song, his Tron. It's going to be a lost memory. It's going to be much like Chris Benoit. It's just not going to be talked about a lot. So that is good for Cody Rhodes. We're just not going to be seeing the return of Stardust after all. Breaking news, AJ, Cody Rhodes is being replaced on Raw. The new commentator will be Jerry the King Lawler. And I wonder why is that, Jason? Is that why? Is it because Corey Graves just doesn't seem like, he has interest on the commentary table anymore? Whenever he's doing commentary, he's more concerned about the makeup that Carmella is wearing, or her outfit, or her mask, or how she's looking, or how she's doing in the ring, than what's going on in the ring, apart from Carmella. So I guess that is why he's being replaced, or maybe he's been cleared to wrestle after all, and he will be, lacing up the boots once again. I guess maybe that's why, but it has to be one of the two options. I used to be a fan of Corey Graves on the commentary table, but lately, ever since he got just out there with Carmella, I've not been a very big fan of his or Carmella, obviously. So I guess him being replaced by Jerry Lawler, for me, is a welcoming move. What do you think about it, though? Do you like it? Are you happy to see Jerry Lawler replacing Corey Graves on commentary? Let us know. And speaking of commentary, Kevin Owens has actually revealed in a recent interview, he was asked if he has any, post-retirement plans. When does he think he's going to retire? When he retires, what is he going to do? Is he going to step away from the world of pro wrestling? Is he going to stick around? What does he have planned? And he said that hopefully when he retires, he stays with the company. He stays with the WWE for a long, long time because he loves being there. And he said that when he retires, he hopes to do something at the commentary desk because he loves that, or work as a producer because he loves that too, or help the future talent just like people are now helping him out. So he wants to stay with the company. He wants to stay in pro wrestling and wants to do either commentary work or production work moving forward. Wow. Look at that. And Mr. Magic 6 says Tony Khan has done a lot in the last 2 to 3 years of AEW's existence, from being the official number 2 pro wrestling promotion in the US. That's right. To buying ROH, he's done great. And I'll tell you what, not just that, not only has he done a lot of work in the US, but also thanks to the digital marketing and thanks to the work that he's done, via social media. He's gotten out there around the world. Everybody, or most of the wrestling fans across the globe, know the name AEW. Even the places where AEW has not reached a TV deal yet, people know AEW. And the biggest market out there, that is India. Tony Khan also actually struck a TV deal in India, and AEW actually airs live every single Wednesday and Friday in India, the same time as it does in the US and the other parts of the world. So that is good. So Tony Khan has really made an impact, not only in the US and the UK, but also in other parts of the world, which is a very welcoming move. Yes, they have not yet established offices around the globe, and it's still only limited to TV deals. But hopefully they'll be doing that also in the future sometime. WWE is a different monster. It's a different animal. They've got offices everywhere. I mean, it's a different animal altogether. AEW is they're starting off slow, but they'll get there for sure. One day, they will get there for sure. There's a lot of work to be done. I mean, WWE has decades and decades of... Why, by the way, look at that. This guy's such a bully. Grabs the confetti from the ramp and just sneezes into it and wipes his nose with it. Look at that. The ROH and the AAA Tag Team Champions are making their way down the ramp, and they're looking to defend both their titles against the Young Bucks. And I hope that they win. Now, I'd like to ask all of you, who do you think is going to be winning? Do you think it's going to be FTR? Do you think it's going to be the Young Bucks? Let me know. What do you think here, guys? Renegade says Powerhouse hops through a wall. That's right. It was an Omega movement as well. Keith Lee puts hops through a wall. That's right. Do wrestlers have to get physical after every match? It seems like it, James. To get the excitement up, to keep the fans entertained, to keep them hooked, they gotta do that. Willow versus Red Velvet. Look at that. True. Like that. They shouldn't have changed the ROH belt Well, they did cause a lot of change, and that's not only limited to the appearance or the belt, but also, backstage, the executives and stuff. I know a few ROH people who've been with the company for decades, or who've been with the company for the longest time. Even the longest tenured employee was let go from the company when Tony Khan came into power. So they've done stuff, for sure, with ROH. They've made some changes. And I guess we're going to be expecting some changes more, as it's a difference in the executives board. There's a big difference in who's in control, who's in power. So we're going to be seeing those changes for sure. Let it be them for good or for bad. We're going to be seeing those changes definitely. I agree they should have kept the same design of the ROH World title, says Mr. Majestic. I think so too. And Victor says, your TV is way behind. You know what I got to do, Victor? I got to refresh it then. That's what happens when you're watching it across the globe. Some parts of the world they get it earlier, some parts of the world the feed is delayed, and I guess for me it is always delayed. The former ROH ring announcer is all Alex. That's right. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, good for him, Jason. I see it. And Bobby says FTR has been picked to win, and they better win, right? Just after winning the ROH tag team titles, they better pick up the win here. Now, whenever I see the Young Bucks, the one question that comes to my mind is, when are we going to see Kenny Omega? Because it's been a while. I mean, he is almost ready to return now, so when could we be seeing him battle of the belts? Or maybe Double or Nothing? When do you expect to see him? By the way, Carlito is here. Carlito, good to see you. Welcome on board. Welcome to the stream. And James says, what if a wrestler dies? What happens to money they owe him? Oh, James, it all depends on the insurance and, all that stuff. So hopefully that never happens. It never gets to that. It barely happens in all these years of pro wrestling. It's barely ever happened, maybe once or twice. And that too, not because of wrestling, but other stuff, right? So hopefully it never comes down to that. And speaking of that, look at this, guys. They're going at it right now. FTR, the Young Bucks going at it. Young Bucks. Seems like, wow, FTR actually have the upper hand without a shadow of a doubt. This guy is dominating. Or at least intimidating the Young Bucks right now as we speak.
A lot different than the first encounter between the Young Bucks and FTR. Remember, that was back at Daily's place in Jacksonville. In the pandemic era, there was 1,000 fans.
So the commentator reminding us of the last time we saw FTR and the Young Bucks in the same damn ring. It was back in Jacksonville and Jamie's place during the whole pandemic era, when there was no audience, there was no crowd in the building. We used to see these matches happening every Wednesday. It was just a very gloomy environment, right? A very large venue in Jacksonville, no audience, very empty, just these people going at it. That was the last time we saw FTR versus the Young Bucks, and after all that time, we're finally seeing it now. And look at FTR now. They are at the top of their game. Back then, they were still new to the company. Now, they are AEW. They are the face of the company's tag team division for sure. Mr. Magixer says, is Jonathan Gresham signed to Impact? That's Jonathan Gresham, actually. Let's take a look. A second. Are these guys going at it right now? Jonathan Gresham, I believe he's I believe he's an Impact star, if I'm not wrong. Also the current ROH champion, so let's see. It's very weird with the ROH thing, though. I mean, do they have ROH exclusive contracts? Do they have Impact? I mean, AEW exclusive contracts? We don't know any of that, so that is surely interesting. But he's also with Impact right now. He's also with Progress Wrestling right now. He's also with ROH right now, so he's all over the place. Jonathan Gresham is at the top of his game, but which company is he really signed with? I think he's more of a free agent than anything else, because he's at it right now. Everywhere he goes, he gets the goal, and he's everywhere. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me right now? Wow. Utter disrespect on display from the FTR to Young Bucks. Doesn't get any more disrespectful than that, does it? And Liz is here. He says, I told you Cody Rhodes was at the Performance Center. That's right, Liz. You were right. He was there, and he's made his debut. He made a return, at least. Young Bucks are overrated, says Renegade. And Renegade, I agree with you. Not a big fan of the Young Bucks at all. I think they're highly, highly overrated. And I can't tolerate them any time of the day, but especially when Kenny Omega is not there. I just cannot tolerate the Young Bucks. It seems like they're not put on a leash. It seems like they go at it, when Kenny Omega isn't there. they try to steal the spotlight, which doesn't do it for me. It doesn't do it for me. At least when Kenny Omega's there, it seems like they're put under control. They are being overshadowed by a top guy who really deserves to be at the top. But the Young Bucks, for me, they don't do it. They don't cut it for me. And the one problem that I have with this team right here is that they're good. They're really very good. But then they know that they're good, and they think that they're the very best, which is where I draw a line, because they get annoying. Once a great guy told me that, AJ, if you're good, if your work is good, don't ever say it, because you should allow others to, give them the opportunity to say it for you, to let them know that you're good, right? That's more rewarding than you telling everybody that you're good. That just gets annoying. And I can say the same for Young Bucks. They're really very good, but they just keep shoving it down our throats that they are good, that they are the best, which for me, it just doesn't do it for me. And Young Bucks looking for a double team right there. You see, they are really very good, but just gets annoying for me. And Young Bucks are dominating this match so far. Really good right now. Really very good. Clay, good night. Take care. I'm going to be seeing you tomorrow. Good to see you. Swerve Strickland versus QT Marshall on Rampage this Friday. This Friday's Rampage is good, but next Friday, I can't wait for it, because I can't wait for that Adam versus Adam Texas death match. It's got to be good. Drew says that means the Bucks are good at their job. If you can't stand them, that's right. They are good, but you know what? There are people that I know that they're just so annoying, but I applaud them for being good at it, because that's their job, to be super duper annoying. But the Young Bucks, I really cannot stand them. They get on my nerves so bad, I cannot. Look at this guy right here, just pulling the eyes out of this guy. Come on, that's ridiculous. That is disgraceful. Did you see how the Young Bucks actually turned that around against the FTR? That is disgraceful. Just got his fingers right into the eye of this guy. That's sad. That is terrible. And Jackson going at it right now. Wow. Double team move once again. And one more time. Two big kicks at the same time. One to the front, one to the back of the head. 2 times in a row. This guy's got to be at it. I mean, this guy, they could actually pin him right now, and I think they could get the job done from what I can see. FTR on the receiving end of all the offense in the world right now. Young Bucks at the top of their game. Wow. And Renegade says, slabber knocker tonight in this match. That's right, that's exactly what's happening. Sharpshooters, yes it is Renegade. TRU, good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome on board. You're kind of late, because tonight's Dynamite has been really very good. Really on fire tonight. We're down to the last 15 minutes of the show. And the Young Bucks and... wow, big elbow though. Big elbow to the FTR. FTR going at it right here. I can't stand these guys. I tell you what, I cannot stand them. Only the Young Bucks love a lot is rich Nike shoes. That's right, Ricky. I tell you all the time. You're like, we think alike. Great minds think alike. And you are the same vibe as me, Rhea, when it comes to the Young Bucks. I cannot stand them. And I can see that Ricky can't either. Victor says Jonathan Gresham is unified. That's right. Jonathan Gresham is at it, right? He's a unified ROH World Champion. He's also with Impact Wrestling at this time. He's also making appearances for Evolve Wrestling. So this guy is everywhere. But which companies he's got to end up signing a full-time deal with? He's got to be exclusive to them. Maybe in the future, but right now it doesn't seem like he's exclusive to anybody. He's everywhere. So far, Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter and Hikaru Shida have qualified in the Owen Hart tournament for the women, and Samoa Joe has qualified for the guys. That's right, and it all goes down to double or nothing, because, we're going to see one woman and one man creating history and winning the first ever annual Owen Hart tournament. So let's see how that goes down. But Cody Rhodes got to be very happy. He's back with the WWE, where his dad is honored every single year, with the Dusty Road Classic. So that's got to be a proud moment for Cody Rhodes. He's probably going to be here next year when they present somebody with that cup, so good for him. DRE says, yes, I totally forgot to hop on YouTube when the show started. Just realized I had... There you go, TRU. That's all right. I'll tell you what, I was kind of late today. I was late by about 5 minutes too, so I guess that is why you probably didn't get a notification when I got on, so that's all right. Liz says, breaking news. If you played 2K22, the next update they will add Ronda or Cody. So I know Ronda Rousey was supposed to be a DLC. So, it doesn't come as a surprise that she's got to be added to the game eventually. But Cody Rhodes, I don't think that's going to be happening, because he was never announced. And I don't know if they have enough time to scan him now and put him on there now. If he is going to be added to 2K22, I think it's going to be later. Not now, but We'll see. Ronda Rousey, though, she's already been announced as one of the DLCs. You only got to pay extra for the pack. But if you bought the deluxe edition or the NWO for Life edition, then you don't have to pay anything. But if you bought the standard edition, then you have to pay some money to get Ronda Rousey on the game. And Carlito says, "There you go." Alice is that true? I'll get to the bottom of it here. I'll let you know. Serena Deeb is my pick to win the Owen Hart tournament. Serena Deeb definitely needs that win, right? I mean, she's a star. We haven't seen her have any gold in AEW so far, which is unfortunate. So for her to win the Owen Hart Cup would mean a lot. And I think that would just be a very big booster to her momentum. She could really use that boost, that energy. So I'd welcome that for sure. Serena Deeb, with the winner of the Owen Hart tournament, give me that for sure. And look at that, the tables have kind of turned around. This guy is running on Hart right now. He's not running, his fuel is his heart, his fuel is his passion, and his will and his determination to win this one, because the Young Bucks have been going at him, and they've been putting him through a lot of pain and through a lot of pressure. He's trying his very best to turn this around, and he doesn't have any strength or stamina left to be able to turn this around. All that he's using right now is not his stamina, is not his strength, but his courage and his will to win, his will to succeed. And that is why he's trying his best, his absolute best, to turn this match around. He's trying to tag in his partner, but it just doesn't work out, because the Young Bucks are going at it with the very hot tags, with the very quick tags. And right now we can see with the headlock right now locked in, his partner is going for the hot tag. He's trying to get the crowd on his side. He's trying to get the momentum to switch up. Let's see if this turns out to be good for him, because we see it a lot of the times when the fans are in support, when the fans are clapping, they're cheering on these guys. It helps their own momentum. It helps them turn things around. Let's see if it's going to turn around here. And it does with a big suplex. And the Young Bucks go for another quick tag. Look at that. Matt Jackson, just a dirty guy. He gets in between the two members of the FTR, trying to stop them from making the tag. Matt has been tossed to the ringside. He gets in really quickly. And Cash was trying hard to get to the... Oh, wow. Are you kidding me right now? Just as soon as his hand meets his partner's hand. Wow. Nick Jackson right there with a big super kick off the apron onto his partner. I don't know if the tag was ever made, but it did seem like the tag was made. However, a super kick took his partner out. Cash is once again left alone with Matt Jackson. With Matt Jackson in the ring, it seems like this could be over right now as we speak. It seems like the AAA and the ROH Tag Team Championships are changing hands here tonight. This is crazy. And Victor says GCW Hall of Famer LuFisto is made his AEW debut on Dark. Look at that Dark elevation. I gotta do watch-alongs for those as well, because they really make some noise on there. Wow, with a big uppercut from Cash onto Nick Jackson, and everybody's happy. Everybody's standing up on their feet, and Cash goes in for a hot tag. Look at that. And the fans are loving every bit of it. And the Young Bucks are hating every bit of it, because right now, look at this guy. He's going after the Young Bucks, 2-on-1 situation, but actually, it's turning around for the worse for them. Big chops, big uppercut right into the corner. Matt Jackson is a world of pain right now. An Irish whip. And a roll-up win. And roll-up. And a kick out from Matt Jackson just like that. And he's going to go for a roll-up as well. Is it going to be it? No, it's not. Turning it around, run and roll-up. Another roll-up right there. Wow. This guy overpowers him. Dax and Matt, both of them going at it right now. Both of them not giving up, bringing their absolute best, trying to overpower each other. Both shoulders are down right now. Are you kidding me right now? Both of the shoulders were down. This could have very well ended in a draw, which I don't want for it to end in a draw. Wow. This has to be over now. Are you kidding me? I thought that was going to be it. That had to be it. Right, neck first, right into the mat of the ring. That had to be it. But somehow Matt Jackson kicks out, TRU says, yes, Serena needs to finally win something. She hasn't since she won the NWA Women's title. That has been long ago. That's right. So long that a lot of people have already forgotten about it. So she really needs to win something, because right now, with that steel chair in hand, she's slowly turning into Shawn Spears, where she's a lot of talks, she's a lot of aggression, but no wins. So she gotta get that win. And Nick Jackson with the dirty work, as Dax was going to go for a big move on the turnbuckle. She was going to go superplex Mac Jackson off the turnbuckle, but Nick Jackson comes in to turn it around, and Mac Jackson was going to look for a high-flying move right here. Very suddenly, Dax gets in. Wow, are you kidding me right now? This is not it. This is weird. Okay, so the FTR made a quick tag. That wasn't supposed to be a tag at all, because he wasn't holding onto a rope. He wasn't on the side of his corner where he can actually legally make a tag. So I don't know if a tag was ever made, but it did seem like he made a tag in. And everybody's down right now. I don't know. The rules, sometimes they throw the rules out the window, according to their own convenience. No way that could have been a tag right there, but they did make a tag somehow. And everybody's down right now as we speak. Everyone's down. And the Young Bucks also with a quick tag. Look at that, Nick Jackson going at it right now. And Cash is on the receiving end of all the offense, all of it. And the Young Bucks with a double T move. I'm actually frightened right now, guys. I'm nervous, because it does seem like the FTR has got the titles. They're losing it. I think like they're losing the grip on the titles. Both the AAA and the ROH titles could be going away from the FTR from what it looks like right now. Yeah, it does seem like it. Wait a second. Dax turns it around with a big suplex to Nick Jackson ringside. Matt Jackson obviously bothered by it. He takes down Matt, and Cash, taking advantage of that, gets him up and puts him down. Alright, this has got to be a game changer. This is to be it. For sure. Wow, somehow. Are you kidding me? That had to be it. And the fans are loving it. The fans can't believe it. I can't believe it. We're about 6 minutes away from AEW Dynamite going off the air, so they've got 6 more minutes to get this match rolling, to wrapping it up. And Layla Hirsch injured on AEW Dark. Yes, Chris also, reported that earlier. That's terrible. So many injuries happening here and there now. I hope they stay safe and they get better soon. AJ, you should interview Willow Nightingale. Would love that, Bobby, for sure. Would love to do that. Can you interview Cody, please? Liz, would love that. Would be a dream come true to interview Cody, actually. Love that. Good old JR isn't saying, by God, I haven't seen anything like this in 25 years. That's right. That's right. Wow. Don't tell me it's happening like this. Oh, wow. Thank you for that. Cash kicks out. I was afraid. I thought that they had lost the championships right there. Now, you know that I'm not a big fan of the Young Bucks, and definitely not cheering them on. And I don't want them to leave with both the titles. If their ego was already not skyrocketing, if they win both the titles here tonight, you know their ego is going to be over 9,000. And they're going to be going Super Saiyan with their ego and their ego alone. And this guy, Matt Jackson, picks Cash up on his shoulders. Nick Jackson looking to fly. Wow. And so does Mac Jackson. Is this over now? Don't tell me. Oh my. Wow. Alright, there's no way that the FTR is dropping the titles now. After being put through so much, this guy is putting on a fight with this big heart he's kicking out. I told you this before. I said this before. There's no way he's using his strength to kick out of these moves. There's no way he's using his strength to turn this around. All he's really using is his own heart, his courage, and his passion and determination to win. It's his heart that is being put into play here. And the Young Bucks are frustrated. Nick Jackson right there grabs the title. Is he looking for a disqualification right here? And there's a tug of war taking place between... Whoa. Wow. I thought maybe due to distraction there's going to be a roll-up and a... Wait a second. No, don't tell me that. No. Wow. Look at that. They really got me on my edge of the seat right here, because we saw a very dirty move being pulled off by Nick Jackson as he slammed down Cash with that title shot to the head. And Matt Jackson went in for a roll-up. I thought that was going to be over, but somehow, someway, Dax gets in and breaks up the cover. Now they take Dax out with a double super kick. Dax is out. He's been sent ringside. Nick Jackson tags himself in, And now we have Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, and Cash all alone in the ring. So it's a 2-on-1 situation. We know Dax has been super kicked out of the ring. Is it gonna be over? The referee was looking right at him when he hit the dude with the belt. That's right, TRU, these guys, I tell you. And that's right, Chris, the match is crazy. What a freaking match victory indeed. But these guys can bend the rules according to their own convenience. Wait a second. Okay, look at that. Look at that. The referee saw it. The one thing referee saw, and I'm so glad that he did. This is great. Okay, good for him. Cash gets his foot on the rope, which is why the match is still not officially over. So we know what the point of this whole match is. It is to get the fans popping, because what a match this is. Really a big back and forth. Cash is putting on a fight. He's not putting on a fight, but he's putting his heart on display here. He's showing that he is not quitting. He's never giving up. And that is what the match is all about. It's selling the FTR off as a solid tag team worthy of both the titles. There's no way that the Young Bucks are winning this match after all that these guys have been put through. FTR have put on a fight. They have put their skill, their determination on display here, and they're not losing. They're not losing for sure. This has to be it. Go for the cover, Cash. Go for the cover. Okay, he tags Dax in, and Dax in on the match right now. After the false finish, it means FTR are winning. That's right, D-Star, it has to be it. FTR's gotta win it. And they are now looking to pull off a double. Wait a second. Look at this guy. You cannot put him down for sure. Matt Jackson spits right into the face of Dax. And with a double kiss. Wow, a taste of his own medicine. With a double kiss and a double tag team move on Matt Jackson. Now going for the cover, and FTR pick up the win. What a sweet little match right there. This match lasted about 15-20 minutes, and what a beautiful main event that was. You can hear the crowd. They are loud, and this is not a sound that's been piped in. These are not piped in cheers and boos. This is an organic fan reaction from the fans in attendance who witnessed this match just play out so beautifully. What a tremendous match that was. And just like I said, FTR's was not running on, their own stamina or their strength right here towards the end of the match. It was just their own determination and their big heart, their will to win, their will to pick up the win here that actually got them the win. Still, your ROH and AAA Tag Team Champions is the FTR. And with that being said, I can see everybody here on the same page. You all had similar predictions tonight, and that is why similar score, Renegade, Dale, Ricky, everybody with 5 for 1. I think it's a 5 for 1 for me as well. So I'm going to ask you, how would you rate the show overall? Because for me, right off the bat, Adam Cole versus Christian Cage, solid show. We saw the debut of Samoa Joe. We saw this incredible match. Really worthy of a main event with FTR and Young Bucks. I mean, we've seen an incredible show here, an incredible performance put on display. So for me, I'm going to give this one a solid 8 out of 10. 8 because I know that next week's show has got to be even better, and I got to have some room for improvement. I can't give it a 10 out of 10 and expect no improvement, because next week I'm pretty sure it's gonna be an even a better and a more improved show. So I look forward to next week. It's gonna be really good. And Renegade says 9 out of 10. Dale says damn good match. That really was a good match. Got everybody popping in the ring, at home. Everybody around the world was popping for that one. 8 out of 10 tonight. Very nice, very evil. D-Star, I love that, brother. 8 out of 10 is perfect score. Dale gives it a 9. Ricky gives it a 9. It was a very solid Dynamite. What a show that was. Really good. Chris gives it a 9. Chris is very, very honest with his ratings. If he gives it a 9, it really means it was a good show, a solid show. Sweet stuff, Chris. Jason gives it an 8. That was a great match. Victor, indeed. What a beautiful match that was. So good. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining me here. AJ, I want a picture of Bailey. Please acknowledge me. Clay, maybe tomorrow, come back. We're going to do a picture of Bailey during the watch-along, alright? Just for you. So thank you so much, guys, for joining in. Had a lot of fun watching AEW Dynamite. Tomorrow, we're going to be here doing a watch-along for Impact Wrestling. Let's see what the craziness goes down tomorrow, because, Impact Wrestling is going to be on air. And we're going to be seeing the likes of Bhupinder Gujjar, W. Morrissey, Mickey James, Tasha Steeles, Deanna Purrazzo, and more. So it all goes down tomorrow with Impact Wrestling. Of course, round-the-clock news, exclusive interviews, and more taking place right here on this channel. If you haven't hit the subscribe button already, if you haven't joined the family already, make sure to do it. and be a part of the family and give me a big ass hug. Thank you so much, guys. True gives it an 8. Perfect, True, perfect. And I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed the show, because I did. And I say it all the time. Thank you for being my co-host, and thank you for entertaining me and making these shows entertaining for me as much as I hope that I make it entertaining for you. You guys are the best. You guys run this show, and it wouldn't be anything without you. So thank you so much. Thank you, Ricky, for the lovely, lovely score. You guys have a good night. You take care, and I'm going to be seeing you tomorrow. Have a good night, guys. This is Wrassingh signing off.